for joining me. I don't know if this is all just a political distraction created to take your mind off of other events going on in the world. But Russia evidently has offered Elon Musk political asylum amid the Trump fallout. I recently heard, I don't know if it's true or not, Elon Musk said the reason they won't release the Epstein files is because Trump's name is on that list. What do you think about that? Is that true? I think just about all the politicians are corrupt in some way. They're all nuts. They're all greedy. Their egos are just overflowing out of their cups. Tesla mastermind Elon Musk has been offered political asylum by Russia in light of his Donald Trump feud. He's 53 years old from South Africa, who is broadly considered to be the world's wealthiest person, seemingly closed off his great relationship with the U.S. president earlier this week, and now the Kremlin is stepping in. Dmitry Novikov, the first deputy chair of the State Duma Committee on International Affairs, likened Musk to the whistleblower Edward Snowden. Yeah, recently Trump pardoned a whole bunch of people. Why didn't he pardon Mr. Snowden? The Russian official said, I think that Musk is playing a completely different game, that he will not need any political asylum, though if he did need it, Russia, of course, could provide it. According to Novikov, over the last few years, the tech billionaire has produced certain political communications that ensures individual disagreements will remain individual disagreements. This comes after Musk publicly tore into Trump's latest spending bill, labeling it a disgusting abomination, and also claiming the president's name was in the Jeffrey Epstein files. As well as offering Musk asylum, senior Russian officials went on a lampoon to pair on social media by suggesting hosting peace talks. Elon, don't be upset, wrote a nationalist senator, Dmitry Rogozin. If you encounter insurmountable problems in the U.S., come to us. Here you will find a reasonable comrades and complete freedom of technological creativity. Dmitry Medvedev, the former Russian president, also posted, we are ready to facilitate the conclusion of a peace deal between DNE for a reasonable fee and to accept Starlink shares as payments. Don't fight, guys. Steve Bannon, meanwhile, hit out at Musk's lack of appreciation and respect towards Trump. The president treated him almost like a son, he told Playbook. He invited his family to Christmas dinner. He let him sleep over. He let him walk in and out of meetings. The president went to the max informatively to welcome the guy. He went on to say, you're going to tell me we should allow some effing punk to sit there and say he should be impeached and J.D. Vance should step in? F you, dude. We're going to effing war, and I'm going to rip your effing face off. Boy, it's getting nasty, isn't it? Musk and Trump, who have been political allies over desired cuts in federal spending, have publicly clashed recently, with the feud escalating on June 5th in a series of exchanges across social media and comments to reporters. The spat began over Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, which includes an extension of his signature tax cuts and spending for other priorities, such as border security. Musk has expressed worries about the impact this bill will have on national debt. Trump has claimed that Musk is upset that the president has taken away mandates for electric vehicles, EVs. Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months and I was going to do. And he just went crazy, Trump wrote, on Truth Social. Musk wrote later on X on Thursday, time to drop the real big bomb. The real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not made public. Have a nice day, J or DJT. Elon Musk also posted on X, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House, and the Republicans would be 51 to 49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude. My own personal opinion, I think Musk is mad that they did all those cuts, laid off all those people to save the country money, and then Trump's big beautiful bill actually has us going in debt even more. There's a lot of things that were hidden in his big beautiful bill. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov declined to weigh in on the spat when asked for comment on Friday. This is a domestic issue of the United States, and we don't intend to interfere, Peskov told reporters. We're confident that the U.S. president will handle the situation on his own. Russia had previously granted asylum to U.S. whistleblower Edward Snowden and pro-Kremlin British blogger Graham Phillips. Musk resigned last week as head of the controversial federal agency known as DOGE, aimed at slashing U.S. government spending. He said Trump's spending bill would add to the U.S. debt, prompting the president to say that he was very disappointed about the billionaire's criticism. Musk, who donated $300 million to Trump's 2024 campaign, later argued that the Republican president would not have won the re-election without his support. The clash has already rattled markets, with shares of Musk Tesla plunging and the billionaire vowing to end a key U.S. space program. About $22 billion of SpaceX government contracts are at risk, and multiple U.S. space programs could face dramatic changes in the fallout from Elon Musk and President Donald Trump's explosive feud. Trump, who threatened to terminate government contracts with Musk companies, he later said that the threats were being taken seriously, and Musk said he would begin decommissioning SpaceX Dragon spacecraft used by NASA. Yeah, it was SpaceX that saved the astronauts when Boeing, government put their trust in Boeing and they fell through. The spacecraft just fell apart, and it ended up being Elon Musk's SpaceX that rescued the astronauts that were up there for 9 months, longer than they should have been. Hours later, however, Musk appeared to reverse course, responding to a follower on X, urging him and Trump to cool off and take a step back for a couple of days. Musk wrote, "Good advice. Okay, we won't decommission Dragon." Still, Musk's mere threat to abruptly pull his Dragon spacecraft out of service marked an unprecedented outburst from one of NASA's leading commercial partners. Under a roughly $5 billion contract, the Dragon capsule has been the agency's only U.S. vessel capable of carrying astronauts to and from the International Space Station. Taking Dragon out of service would likely disrupt the ISS program, which involves dozens of countries under the 2-decade-old international agreement. And it was unclear how quickly such a decommissioning would occur. NASA does use Russia's Soyuz spacecraft as a secondary ride for its astronauts to the ISS. Musk companies also have been awarded billions of dollars to launch a majority of the Pentagon's national security satellites into space, while it builds a massive spy satellite constellation in orbit for the U.S. intelligence agency. In addition to not being in the U.S. interest, former NASA Deputy Administrator Lori Garver said canceling SpaceX contracts would probably not be legal. So what are your thoughts? Yeah, I think with all the money, he could go anywhere he wants. Please put your comments down below. Maybe he'll go to Canada. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.